The book of Jeremiah, chapter 5 and verse 7. It reads, How shall I pardon thee for this? Thy children have forsaken me, and sworn by them that are no gods. When I fed them to the full, they then committed adultery, and assembled themselves by troops in the harlot houses. Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pastor, said the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Verse 2, Therefore thus said the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, power of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock, and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, said the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, before I continue, let me start out by giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach in the quest where I learn this truth. All right, peace and salutations to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai's elected house of David. We're going to get into a morning lesson, Lord willing, all right, to be edifying. All right, I showed you this clip up to this point. All right, and I opened it up with this because the next clip I'm going to show you is going to go into some shit that went down with, you know what I'm saying, Jake, of course, in the school system, all right. But I had to open it up and show you, you know, what the majority of 2/3 of the Lord people are for as far as religion goes, all right. They're into Christianity and, you know what I'm saying, different other religions, dominate, what do you call it, dominations, whatever you call that shit, all right. And, but the Negroes, for the most part, they adopted that Christian shit, all right. This dude here, you see on the screen, this nigga got on a small hat, like he one of them ish people, all right. And he into it with Pastor. All right, you can see the top of that fool head. He got on one of them small hats. All right. And you heard the conversation he had with the pastor. All right, first off, the Lord don't dwell in temples made with hands. All right, the Lord ain't there. Yahweh Shem Yahushai ain't there. All right, ain't nobody up in that harlot house but Satan. All right. And 2/3 of our people are beguiled by that. All right. So again, you heard what he had to say and how he went about it. And that's because they ultimately lack understanding, okay? Jeremiah 4 and 22, it say, For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are sighted children, and have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge, all right? These niggas actually think the things that they're doing in their holy house are for the good and for the betterment of themselves and, as they would say, God's people, all right? You heard the nigga saying, some of God's children are still in here. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey, if they still in there, that's because they're going to be destroyed, all right? They should have been and left that fucking shit show of a fucking religion that Christianity is, all right? It's really just a shit show, all right? You know what I'm saying? If Esau was the type of Christian that you niggas was, all right, you niggas would have passed Esau up a long time ago, all right? It's just a farce. You know what I'm saying? But I'm finna roll into the next clip and show you what went down at this school, all right, with this young lady. All right, her teacher asked her a question about this homosexuality thing, all right, and she referred to it as being a sin, all right, and she caught all kind of shit from it. Her mother had to have a conversation with the school about it and all that, all right, and her mother basically told her my daughter goes to church and she was taught this in church, so you know what I'm saying. Jake got a zeal, but not according to knowledge, because being a sexual is a sin, but we don't pray to no Jesus either, all right. And that's what a lot of our people are taken by. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a name. You gotta have the whole thing. All right. You can't just have bits and pieces. All right. She might feel like well, I'm gonna show you the clip and then we'll go through it. Let's go.
Okay, so I just wanted to speak about something that happened in tutorial time this morning.
Okay.
So students were discussing, because in tutorial resources we kind of speak about lots of different topics, and today's topic was about the decision of Uganda introducing the death penalty for kind of aggravated homosexuality. And so Olivia's form tutor kind of was encouraging discussions and asking the students, what do you think about this? Do you agree with it? And then Olivia said, oh, it's their country. They can do what they like. I agree. And so Mr. Benet challenged her on that, about why she felt that way. And then Olivia then proceeded to say that being gay is a sin.
Well, she's absolutely right. This is Leviticus 20 and 13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lies with womankind, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. So that is a sin. All right, you're not supposed to be doing that. All right, Leviticus 18 and 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is abomination. All right, so again, there you go. It is a sin and it's worthy of death. All right, Deuteronomy 23 and 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. All right. And then the clincher is right here in Isaiah 3 and verse 9. All right. It say the show of their countenance, meaning their outward appearance. Doeth witness, meaning testifies against them. All right. And they declare their sin, all right, as Sodom. They hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. So again, it just said that show their countenance, doeth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. All right, that's a sodomite activity right there, right? So she's right.
She said it's a sin. So she said when she was challenged by her form tutor that by saying that being gay is a sin, that is a homophobic comment to make. Her understanding of being homophobic is...
Well, the Bible is a homophobic book. All right. You know what I'm saying? The Bible is very homophobic. It speaks against those wicked lifestyles and wicked acts. All right. When you go to Romans 1, it tells you about how the Lord gave people up to a reprobate mind to do things that are inconvenient. All right.
Hating gay people and kind of being violent or acts of hatred towards them. But
sorry, I'm just clearing my throat.
No, it's okay, no problem at all. But basically, because she was in tutorial time, and Olivia has outwardly said in that tutorial time that being gay is a sin, she has been given a day of 2 days in the inclusion room as a sanction for this.
Why has she been? I'm sorry. Okay, sorry, carry on. I'm listening. Sorry.
So I'm just about to explain.
Okay, right.
So I'm trying to... I've had a conversation with her this morning, and I'll have another conversation with her at the end of the day today.
Okay.
Because we're trying to really explain to Olivia. You know, I said, break it down for me. What is a sin? Can you define what a sin is to me? And she said, oh, it's something kind of negative. It's something bad, and that if you do that, then you go to hell. And she explained it in that way. And so.
All right. So, you know what I'm saying? That's the part where, you know what I'm saying, Jake goes off. You're not going to hell, all right? You niggas are more terrified of a make-believe character as the devil under the ground with a pitchfork than you are of the creator, which is Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, Yahweh Shem Yahushai controls the issues of death and does good and evil. When evil shit comes on the earth, the Lord does it. And nobody's going to hell. The scripture tell you the body returns to the dust, and the spirit returns to the Father who gave it. So everybody goes back to the Father. You receive judgment up there in the heavens, and then you sent back down here to live it out. That's why we're in this predicament we're in right now. Us as Israelites, we were in captivity, right? Because of our wickedness against the Lord, all right? But we're at the end of our captivity, all right? And the elect, Noah and the rest are blinded because the Lord don't want 2/3 to get it, because he would have to, you know what I'm saying, heal them, heal their minds. But the Lord wants 2/3 of his people, all right, in delusions, all right? It's Hosea 1:10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it is said unto them, ye are not my people, there it should be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God. All right, over here in America and all over the world. But we're dealing with the land of the north, spiritual Sodom and Egypt. All right, Israel, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans through the seed of your fathers. All right, you're not recognized as being the people of God, all right, the people of the Lord. And you're the only people that the Lord chose, all right? Deuteronomy 7:6. Tell you how the Lord, let me read that right quick. All right. Tell you how the Lord chose Israel. All right. It's a Deuteronomy 7:6, for thou art a holy people, holy meaning separate. All right, unto the Lord Yahweh Shemashah thy power. The Lord Yahweh Shemashah thy power had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord Yahweh Shemashah power did not set his love upon you, nor choose you because you were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. But because the Lord Yahweh Shemashah loved you, all right, and because he would keep his oath which he has sworn to your fathers, had the Lord Yahweh Shemashah brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen. All right, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. All right, and who did that happen to? Israelites. That didn't happen to the world. All right, that only happened to the Israelites, and that's who the Lord loves. And the Israelites today represent you, Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And the Ugandan people are Israelites. You know what I'm saying as well. All right, we believe that they're part of the Southern Kingdom as well. All right, a good majority of them. All right. And they have a zeal, all right? Them shit-eating Africans are for homosexuality and different shit, all right? Only Jake in his spirit knows that there's a foul, decrepit act that the Lord don't like, all right? Even you momos over here in America, you Negroes, Spanish, Native Americans, all right? You know that shit is off, all right? That's why you had a term back in the day called in the closet, all right? It's just now in today's world, all right, Esau gave you niggas liberty to just be freaks because as the ruler of the city is such a they that dwell therein it. So Esau is a natural freako, all right, perverse devil. As I tell you in Hebrews 7:16, lest to be any fornicator or profane person is Esau. All right, so he puts out rules and governs society with sexual deviancy, all right, just sexual demonic acts, all right. And he got you 2/3. All right, but beguiled by the shit now, all right, John 8:44, ye of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father's heart you will do. So you niggas love to do the things that Esau does. But again, Jake has a zeal according to righteousness, and this little girl clearly understands and knows that it's not okay to be you know what, all right? So let's let her continue.
I was trying to make her understand that I completely respect her religious views, but by saying in the tutorial time that being gay is a sin, that is showing prejudice, and it's saying a negative thing about being gay. And as a
hey, let's read the scripture. Amos 5, all right, y'all. Man, I gotta do it, all right. Amos 5 and verse 10, it say they hate him that rebuketh in the gate. They abhor him that speaketh uprightly, all right. And in this case, you know what I'm saying, the young lady, all right, she ain't a prophet or nothing like that, but she understands, all right, and she's speaking what's right, and she's being abhorred for her speaking that thing, all right. Let me jump down to verse 15. It say, hate the evil and love the good and establish judgment in the gate. It may be that the Lord Yahweh Shemashah power of hosts will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph, all right. And that's code word for the elect. You know what I'm saying? But it just said, hate the evil and love the good. We read in Isaiah 3:9. The sure their countenance doeth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. All right, so this is an evil act. All right. And the little Eve, she knows it, all right? And this Edomite teacher, she's bullshitting, all right? You got to understand how these devils come with it, all right? Ecclesiasticus 12 tell you how Esau comes with it, all right? That nigga, let me read it right quick. Read a little bit of that. She's a fork-tongued devil because she's talking about, I agree with her, da-da-da-da-da-da, but then you still trying to put her in the inclusion room, all right? I think that's like ISS for little kids, all right? In-school suspension or some shit. All right, Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 10, never trust thy enemy, for like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Verse 11, though he humbleth himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. All right, that go for these Edomite women as well. And though it's like, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not altogether been wiped away. So when you see these devils, when the Lord dealing with you, you see these devils for what they are. Fork-tongued devils, all right? They speak smooth words, but war is in their heart, all right? Swords under their tongues, all right?
Christian school and at a Christian academy, as you're aware, part of our, it's saying a negative thing about being gay. And as a Christian school and at a Christian academy, as you're aware, part of our ethos is being kind and accepting of others. And so you have to appreciate that in that form room, you know, there may be students that are gay, and
how are you a Christian and having a Christian faith academy school or whatever you want to call it, but you don't keep none of the law, statutes, or commandments of the Bible? All right, how does that work? That's how you know Christianity is a fucking farce, and it's a crock of shit. And 2/3 of you Negroes, Spanish, Native Americans that are a part of it, I mean, you've just been severely mind fucked. All right, that's why I opened it up with, you know what I'm saying, them niggas in the church. All right, because that Christianity shit got Jake, man, bro. Got Jake all up and twisted up, all right? His mind is all twisted and shit now, all right? Because these individuals, these Edomites, they'll say that they're Christians, but they don't do anything that's Hamashiach-like, because they can't. They're the wicked, all right? But 2/3 of you niggas, you put your children in those type of schools, which, you know what I'm saying, all of the school system, which is really the full system, is an indoctrination into slavery. But when you think you're doing something righteous by putting your children, that's what it really is. You motherfuckers be like, look, it's an academy, it's a Christian academy. I'm gonna get my child over there. They gonna do this and this and this and this and this. Man, those schools are worse than the public schools. All right, you got the fucking teachers and priests, whatever you want to call them, fuckers, already touching on the students and molesting them and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You're getting indoctrinated way faster and on a deeper level when you go to them Christian academies and all that madness. All right, and you ain't learning nothing about the Bible. All right, because if the Bible was law the way it's supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, everything in the Bible would be, you know what I'm saying, taught and accepted in those schools. But it's not. It's the complete opposite. All right, the Bible speaks against gays, but what they're talking about, it could be gays in that class. And I think these ain't. I know these aren't teenagers. These aren't teenage aged youths. All right, they got to be younger. All right, so know what that means.
Accepting of others, and so you have to appreciate that in that form room. You know, there may be students that are gay, and they would feel quite uncomfortable in that situation. And
they're supposed to feel uncomfortable, shit.
And for any kind of homophobic language or racist language, it's the same. We give it.
Hell, as a straight man, I feel uncomfortable when I'm around, you know what I'm saying, alternate lifestyle living people. All right, I feel very uncomfortable. All right, so whatever. It's whatever. It's not finished.
Sanction of 2 days, and that's the reason why she's got a sanction of 2 days.
Okay, all right, okay. Have you finished, Miss Lynch?
Yeah, I finished.
Okay, all right. That Olivia she's not having the inclusion, right? First of all, right, she was asked, right, her opinion, and she gave her honest opinion. I, for one, do not encourage any form of discrimination, right? And again, when she said it's a sin, she's coming from a religious perspective, as opposed to, okay, this is what I personally feel. Now, if Mr. Barney, is that his name, did not want an opinion wrong. I do hear what you're saying, right? That there may be some pupils in the class that may be, gay. I do get that. And they may feel offended, right? But the question was asked of her. And I'm sure in your tutorial classes, right, or just generally with your pupils, you encourage them to speak their mind, right? Now, if she wasn't asked, she would not have said anything. So it's not like she's gone and she's, insulting, left, right, and center, be it a black person, a gay person, or whatever sort of person, be it whatever. She's not doing that. She's giving her honest opinion, and she's being penalized for that. And it's coming from a religious background. Because I'm not sure if you're a Christian, right? Now, this is my take, right? I'm a Christian, and we know in the Bible it's a sin. Then again, I'm not God. God judges. That doesn't mean we cannot love everyone.
All right, so again, you see where she's going with it, all right? That does not mean we cannot love everyone. Bullshit. We read it a while ago. Hate the evil and love the good. All right, and you're a woman. You're supposed to be quiet, all right? You don't really have nothing to say when it comes to the Bible, all right? Your husband is the head of, should be having this conversation really truthfully. But that's, what I'm saying, in this world, what I'm saying, you got to let shit go how it go, Jeremiah 31:22. But she says she's a Christian, all right? You know what I'm saying? And I showed you them destroyed ass Christians, all right? Let me see, let me read this. All right, this is John 5:22. It say, "For the Father judgeth no man, but had committed all judgment unto the Son." All right, so that's another misconception these Christians got. They think that Yahweh, who the word English calls God, is who is dealing with them. All right, Yahweh's not dealing with us. All right, his face is turned from us. That's why we got Yahweh Shai. All right, and Yahweh Shai, you know what I'm saying, is the one doing the judging, as well as the Israelite men. Hold on, let me read this. John 5:30. It say, John 5:30, "I can of mine own self do nothing. As I hear, I judge, and my judgment is just, because I seek not mine own will, but the will of the Father which has sent me." So again, Yahweh Shai is doing the judging. He's doing it in his Father's stead, all right? But Eve, you know what I'm saying, she ain't going to understand that, all right? And then let me also show you that the Israelite man is a judge on this earth. All right, this 1 Corinthians chapter 6:2. It say, "Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world? And if the world shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters?" All right, so again, there you go. All right. This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is only given to high-level thinkers. All right. Ultimately, it's just the elect or set apart on a different level. All right. And you know what I'm saying? 2/3, they're at the mercy of, you know what I'm saying, Satan. All right. Let's let them continue.
Trade or whatever. God judges. But she was asked a question. So why is she being penalized for answering a question honestly? So I'm sorry, but I'm refusing that she does not do any inclusion. It's not fair. It's not fair. Mr. Bani should not have asked her that, when she's been saying to me for a while now. And when she comes to me, and hold on, please. Let me finish speaking, because you and I, we've talked about Mr. Bani the last time we spoke. And even before then, Olivia comes to me and she says, "Oh, Mr. Bani, she doesn't like the way he behaves. He's always in her face, and it makes her feel uncomfortable." Now, this is not even to do with Mr. Bani, it can be anyone. Olivia she doesn't like it when people come into her space, even with her sister. If her sister gets really, really close to her in her space, she gets easily irritated. You understand? And out of respect for Mr. Bani, she may have a look on her face. She probably would not want to stand. Like I've told her, you dare not disrespect any of your teachers. You dare not. Right? I've said that to her. Right? But she may have a look on her face how can I put this now? Showing that she does not appreciate what is being done. So to me, it seems like she's being picked on. So, I'm sorry if I'm sounding this way, but I'm not happy and I'm upset that Olivia, right, is being given inclusion, which she's not going to do, and I will put my foot down on that, because she answered a question honestly. Then why ask her? Why ask her? Why ask her? Simple thing. Hold on. Do you know what? I would appreciate if, okay, do you know, you did. You called her to the side and you asked her to try to understand, right? Then, okay, do you know what, Olivia, you need to be sensitive and have that one-to-one with her, and for it not to repeat itself again. And she wouldn't. But for her to just get inclusion, 2 days inclusion straight off the back like that, I'm sorry, she's not doing it. And I will tell her not to do it. And I will send an email to school because it's not fair.
Right, okay, I do hear.
All right, so you heard that point up to this point, and you got to understand, all right? This is what Jake don't get. In this society, all right, you're not viewed as an equal. All of this wicked shit that these devils do is aimed at you to keep you separated from your power, which is Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. The Lord is not their God and not their power, all right? Sin is transgression of the Lord's laws, all right? You know what I'm saying? That's what sin is, the transgression of the laws from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, all right? Who were given the laws? The Israelites. So that's who can sin, all right? And when we are in sin, we're separated from our power, and these other nations are able to, you know what I'm saying, thrive. All right. That's why, you know what I'm saying, when Jake is on point in spiritually, these other nations hate it. They get upset because they know they're losing their grip. All right. Let me read this, Ecclesiasticus 12 and verse 12. It says, set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be prickled therewith. Who would pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come not wild beasts? So one that goeth to a sinner, and is defiled with him in his sins, who shall pity? Who will pity? All right. For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. Right. Esau and these other nations, but primarily Esau, because he's the damn serpent. All right. He'll bullshit along with you and act like he's with you as long as you going down the way of wickedness. He'll sit right next to you, be all for you and all that shit. But the moment you switch up, you know what I'm saying, and you don't want to do that shit no more, and you begin to pull back a little, that nigga's first chance he get to fuck you over, he's gonna do it. All right, he's gonna do it. He's evil to himself. So imagine how much more so he is to Jacob. All right. Just let him finish.
Your concerns. I do understand what you're saying, and I just want to make it really clear that it's not saying at all that, Olivia is homophobic. It isn't that, but it's just trying to make her understand, because this morning she was very clear, in her picture of being homophobic is, you have to hate gay people. And
that's not true. I don't believe that. I'm sorry. But that's not true. That's not true at all. Olivia, my daughter, right, is very aware of different, how will I put this now? Sexual orientations. She's very aware. And Olivia, right, will not show any form of hatred, right?
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that was her. Sorry, if you let me finish. I'm not saying that she was showing hatred. I'm saying that was her understanding of what homophobia is. However, we're trying to make her understand that by saying in the tutor group in front of the whole class, by saying it is a sin, that is, inferring that being gay is something negative.
It is. All right. Like the mother said, I agree with her. Why even ask the fucking question? Why even have a conversation if you don't want to have, you know what I'm saying, different arguments for the conversation, all right? It is, and she's right. Now, she's a young girl. She don't know, all right? But, you know what I'm saying, you go to the Bible, it tells you it's wrong, all right? It is wrong, all right? You know what I'm saying? It's just, and you see how this damn devil is fighting to try to make, you know what I'm saying, the little Jake girl capitulate to what they're teaching. You know what I'm saying? She don't want her to feel that way. She wants her to hold what she feels on the inside, which in a certain degree you do have to do that in a society, but when you bring it out the way they brought it out to her, you know what I'm saying? She's a young girl, she don't know. All right, she's just gonna answer the question the way the question was presented to her. And tell you what she knows about it, all right? But hey, man.
It is for that reason. I understand. I understand your point of view. However, in line with our academy policy, we do give 2 days.
She's not going to observe it. So please, can you send my child home? She's not going to observe it. Now, let me ask you a question. It's a faith school, right? And you try to, like, and I'm just paraphrasing now, balance different and accommodate different should I say individuals, right, with sexual orientation, which is fine. But let's not forget that she goes to church. It's in the Bible. So what else? What if it's a faith school? Then what are you? Then what is being preached on here? So she's not making this up herself, for God's sake. And can I correct you? Can I correct you, please?
If you let me finish.
No. I was saying something.
I'm going to have to end this conversation now because I really don't appreciate your tone.
No. Okay.
All right, now you see the devil don't want to talk no more. All right, she just caught her up in her shit. She's like, this is a faith school, a Christian school. This is in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? What are y'all doing? Esau don't want to talk no more now. All right, now I don't want to talk to you. Your tone. All right, these are the fucking wicked that the Bible speaks of. All right, fork-tongued devils. All right. Ecclesiastes 12:16, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart, meaning mind, he will imagine how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. That's what this bitch just did. She's pretending like she was for the little Eve girl, but in the end, when everybody's lines in the sand were fully, declared, and people took their side, the devil in her came out. She's like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. She wants to get off the phone now. Listen to this shit.
If you let me finish.
No, I was saying something.
I'm going to have to end this conversation now because I really don't appreciate your tone.
No, okay, you don't.
Verse 18, he will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. All right, you see how she flipped up? I'm not really saying Olivia did this wrong and da. But once the mother starts, you know what I'm saying, being more direct with it, all right, now, that's it. She don't want to talk no more. All right, this is E. All right, this Proverbs 28:1. It say, the wicked flee when no man pursue it, but the righteous are bold as a lion. All right, and this is what this devil's doing. She's fleeing. All right, you know what I'm saying? That lioness and put her ass to flight. All right, you know what I'm saying? She don't even want to talk no more. All right, she said, okay. You know what I'm saying? You don't appreciate it. Let this shit finish more.
If you let me finish.
No, I was saying something.
I'm going to have to end this conversation now because I really don't appreciate your tone.
No, okay, you don't appreciate. Okay, all right.
It's not a productive conversation.
It's not a productive conversation, right?
I've informed you of the incident. I'm still speaking.
Okay, she's not going to observe it. She's not going to observe it. So please, can you send that? She's not going to observe it. Can you please send my child home? She's not going to observe it,
I'll speak to you soon.
Okay, bye.
All right, so you saw that shit, all right? You know what I mean? This place is through, all right? And when you have righteousness in you, all right? And I'm not saying that those individuals are 2/3, because more than likely they are, but it's gonna be 11th hour Israelite. The Lord gonna show a lot of mercy to some of Jacob. All right, and at least she understands and knows that much about it, all right? It's levels to this thing, all right? And you know what I mean? At least she understands that. As a young girl, she understands that, and her mother understands it, but you know what I'm saying? It's all other shit there. Who knows where they at with it. But you see where the the target is when it comes to this alternate lifestyle and all this perverseness. Who is aimed at? It's aimed at you Israelites. All right? You know what I'm saying? That's who they're targeting for that you know what I'm saying, that lifestyle culture, all right? Because they know we're inherently against that, all right? It's in us, in our geological makeup, you know what I'm saying, geometrical makeup, where the Lord made us to not rock with that, all right? You know what I'm saying? Even the 2/3, to a certain degree, now the Lord gave them up to a reprobate mind again to do inconvenient things. But Jake has a zeal, it's just not according to knowledge. And Jake knows that being a momo and a lesbian is not what the Lord is for. All right, they know it in their spirit. Alright. But, that's pretty much it, you know what I'm saying, for the lesson. Let me read this in Job 9:24. It say the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Alright, Esau. Alright, and he's passing unrighteous decrees and shit. Let me read that in what's that? Woe to him. Unrighteous decrees. Isaiah 10 and verse 1, it say, woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Alright, Esau. Alright. I'm saying he's the he's the judge of the earth right now, right? The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. All right, now of course Yahweh Shemel Shai is ruling everything, but he got Satan telling Esau what he want Esau to do, and Esau is carrying it out, and the Lord is getting ready to come back and strike his ass through. All right, and take him out of rulership. All right, because Esau was only put up so the Lord could take him down. All right, and declare his name the way he did in ancient Egypt. All right, America being spiritual, Sodom in Egypt. And you see why. All right, they want to even teach these young children about accepting the momos and shit. All right, but that's it for the lesson. Lord willing, it was edifying, flowed together nice and made sense. All honor, glory, and praise go to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, teaching the quest rather than his truth. Peace and salutations to the Lord select. Kwam Yasharala, Kwam Yasharala, Kwam Yasharala. Why Bible Ball, Shalak Rim to Esau, Shalak Rim to Babylon, and Shalak Rim to the 2/3, the house of Saul.